Hello and welcome back to Taskmaster VR. I'm going to play the third of the three challenges that were released recently. Before I do that, I want to point out that yesterday, when I played Challenge 2, and I was talking about these two ducks, I initially called that one an Amish-looking duck, and I called that one a sailor-looking duck. And shout out to Fernando Pagan on my YouTube channel comments for pointing out that this is actually representation of Bridget Christie, and this is a representation of Tim Key, both wearing their outfits that they wore on Taskmaster itself in their individual series. So that's really cool. I appreciate the little details there, especially Tim's sweatband and Bridget's hat and tuxedo-looking suit. I'm also really curious to see what other ducks I get, what representations of the Taskmaster contestants we get for completing the next couple of challenges. So we're going to go ahead and play challenge number 3. And let's see what happens and what kind of tasks we have in store for us today. Okay. That 3 is really very explicit. Alright, so this time around they've started us next to the caravan rather than inside the house. And some very foreboding music all of a sudden. That was different. Okay, we've got some pipes over there. Linda the cow is wearing a green Ouija-style Taskmaster hat. That's cool. The tiger is suddenly inside the phone booth rather than the caravan where it usually is. And we've got the blueprints over there this time. So, let's take a look. So our safe code... Where's the safe, actually? Huh. I don't see the safe. Maybe the safe is inside the house, or... Oh no, the safe is in the caravan. I think that's the safe. Anyway... I'm going to turn that volume down because that's very loud. Hope that's better. So, for the tasks, we have 4 different mini-tasks to complete, which will each give us a digit for the safe. And I will actually read the explicit task instructions first. Again, it's the same as last time. Use the clues on the board to complete 4 tasks. Solve each task to reveal the safe code. The safe code will only open when all tasks are complete. Press the blue buzzer to reveal more clues if you really need to, or visit the dome to view traditional Taskmaster task cards for each task. So the dome's over there, I can get the clues if I need them. But for now, let's just see if we can figure out what the tasks might be by looking at just these photos. So the blue task is showing us Greg's statue wearing a Pope hat, a fake mustache, and a tie. So it might just be to dress up Greg, finding those 3 items. The yellow task has something to do with the blueprints and a whole bunch of ducks. So I'm probably going to have to identify where each of these 5 locations are on the blueprints and maybe put all the ducks into that one, whatever location that turns out to be. Purple task has something to do with that Taskmaster hat that we pointed out earlier. A rake, probably from the shed, and a pile of leaves. Do I have to rake up a bunch of leaves and put them into a pile? And then the green one, again, something to do with the blueprints. A grid of some kind, maybe a calendar, and a bucket of paint. Right. I don't know what most of these are going to be yet. Let's go take a look and see if we can find the hat, the mustache, and the tie for Greg. It's not wearing... Are those glasses usually there? I don't remember if the statue is based on pre- or post-glasses Greg. Either way, we'll take a look and see what we can find. Alright. Let's go look at the statue first. We've got a fence here. That's not usually here. Oh, that has something to do with the tiger. That's interesting. I don't know what task that's going to pertain to. Flamingo. Okay, so Greg's already wearing the glasses. That's just a regular part of his statue. So I need a Pope hat, a fake mustache, and a tie. I don't know where I'm going to find those. Another fence set up here. Okay, so this one has something to do with the ducks task. So I'm guessing all these fenced-in areas relate to the ducks task, which I'll come back to. This one relates to that grid that we saw on the board. So I think that was like the green task. Alright, I will check out the shed later. For now, let's go inside into the house. Alright, so I'm looking for a hat, mustache, and tie. Which I don't see anywhere. Alright, let's see. Where can I find any of these things? There's a duck. necessarily sure what this is. Can't really interact with it in any way. Is there a duck? What the? Okay. That's not what I was trying to do. Put you over there then. What's this? I think this is just a reference to one of the episodes where they had to find all the ducks in the lab. Not sure it's relevant to us. I think this is the garage gate code, or garage remote control. So look at that later if I need to. Put that plinth back where I found it before I trip over it or something. Stay. Good. Alright, so how about the lab? Is there anything in there today? Oh, hey, look, I found a tie. Alright, we're gonna definitely put that on Greg. Let's check out the lab first. Oh, the lab is completely empty today. Okay. Huh. Wait, anything inside this box? Jeez. I don't know what that is, but I don't think it's relevant. Okay. So I can at least put this tie on Greg. I do have two hands, so maybe there's something here in the kitchen. A fake mustache or a hat, preferably. Nothing that's jumping out at me, so. Alright, let's at least put this tie on Greg. Then maybe I'll check the caravan or the shed. Or the garage. There we go. Hey, I got a bell, so I'm doing the right thing. Okay, let's check out the shed. See if there's a fake mustache or a Pope hat in here. She'd, like I saw last time. Don't see anything relating to dressing Greg up. We have a very interesting crow here. Okay, nothing in there. How about the caravan? Seems likely, seeing as how our target is right next to the caravan today. I'll check the mailbox just for completeness. There's that VR duck that's in the main episodes portion of the game. That is a safe, so that's good. Greg and Alex. Wait, didn't I see him in the phone booth earlier? Maybe there's two of them all of a sudden. Oh, hello. Thank you, Mr. Skull. So now I have the mustache. I'm still looking for the hat. Well, I'll at least put the mustache on him before I lose that. Go. Looking very dapper, sir. Alright, let's see. There's nothing in the dome except for the clues this time, which I will only pick up if I really can't figure out what the task actually is. Okay. Oh, there's a pile of leaves. I think that's going to roll for the raking one. And, let's see. Last time I played this, I had some difficulty opening the garage. Ah, that's how it goes. You lift up that way. Okay. I see a hat in here. We have two different crutches. Anything in this briefcase? No? Okay, where the heck would the hat be then? Another pile of leaves. Something red over there? That's not a hat, is it? No, it's a car. It's a white car. And a chicken. Why not? Oh, and the green bucket of paint, so that's relevant as well. Ollie does not have a hat. Not really paying a lot of attention to these yet, because I'm sure that pertains to the other tasks. Where have I not looked? Looked in the caravan. I have to start searching the drawers of different things. Not those drawers anyway. Okay. Where would the hat be? What room did I not look in? I didn't look in the bathroom. Is there going to be something in the bathroom? No. Interesting. Well, unless it's trash. No. Okay, where is this hat? This is not a door I can open. No. Looks in the living room. I'll check another look just to make sure. Is there a hat anywhere? It's not on Greg's head. Where would the hat be? I suppose I need to start checking drawers. No. interesting. I don't usually have this much difficulty finding the things they want me to find in the house. Is there a clue that I'm missing as to where these items were found? Do you refrigerate his hat? Do you freeze his hat? No. This bin? This bin I can't open. Okay. No. Found a ball in here the last time around. Nothing here this time. No. Oh, okay. Where on earth is this hat? Interesting. What the heck am I missing? Oh, there's only bread in the bread box this time. That's different. Huh. I feel like I'm exhausting some of my options here, which is probably not making the most exciting video. I'm just not seeing it. Can I get that big piece of luggage down? No. Okay, that's not accessible. What's this green one? Nothing. Golf club, baseball bat, more ducks. There was watermelon in the shoebox last time. Is there still watermelon? Yes. Where on earth would a hat be? Looks in the lab, there's nothing there. It's not a horse. This is not an accessible room. Can't grab that handle. There's nothing in the lab at all, right? No, nothing in the lab. Nothing there. That chicken's not relevant. Okay, well, I may have to pause in this task and try another one. Maybe I'll randomly stumble upon the hat as I'm doing one of the other tasks. Not really the best way to start. Huh. Where on earth is that? I don't know. Okay, let's take a look at some of the other tasks and see what else I can try doing. Oh. Really? Although... oh, jeez. This is a fez. I'm not trying to grab the tub. I'm trying to grab the fez. This game. I can touch the fez. Yeah, sure, that works. I don't think that's the same thing I'm supposed to put on his head, right? Yeah, that's a Pope hat, not a... I mean, I can try putting this on Greg's head to see if it works, but I don't think it's going to. Okay, I'll put this on his head. Oh, there it is. Good grief. Walking all around the place. I'll probably walk... How many times I walk in these doors? And how many times do I keep saying to my guardian? Walk through these doors and not see this hat as I'm walking right past it. Good grief. Alright, Greg, here you go. Here's your hat. There it is. Task complete. Okay, as soon as I give up on it, that's when I find it. Good job. Okay, let's see what the other tasks are then. Okay, so we've got the blueprints, which I'm going to grab. Or if I don't hit that buzzer, I don't want to hit yet. Alright, so I had issues with reading this last time. But this is the house, this is the front gate. That's the living room. No, that's the caravan. This is the front gate. This is the caravan. So basically, this is where I am right now. This area where the blue dot is. That's the living room. That's the garage, kitchen. Okay. So, what am I looking for? I'm looking for probably each one of these pens that are not explicitly on the blueprints. And we sort of passed some of the blueprints, the pens earlier. So I don't necessarily know that I really need these. But it's saying to put all the ducks into the one by the hedges over here, which would be, if I'm here now, those ones. So I'm supposed to put all the ducks in there. I'm just not entirely sure why all the other pens are relevant. Is that where I find more ducks? Not sure if I should do that one first. or the bucket of paint one. So I saw that... Actually, I saw a green bucket of paint over there, not a red bucket of paint. Interesting. Well, I think I will look for ducks, and I will try to put all the ducks into that pen over there. I'm just not sure what the other pens are going to be relevant, but maybe we'll figure that out. So let's look at some of the other pens. Alright, all the pens also have photos on them. So we have 2 tigers, one that's in the phone booth, one's in the caravan. Is that saying that I need to bring the tigers to this pen? They seem to have some tiger toys, or what do they call them in zoology? It's educational enrichment devices, EEDs, something like that. So we got steak, chicken, tires, sticks. So let me go get both of the 2 tigers and put them in that pen and see if I get a bell. And if I do, I'm on the right track. Maybe that will somehow give me a duck. And then I put the duck in that pen by the hedges. So here's 1 tiger. So I'm go there, and then grab this tiger. Let's see if we can carry both tigers at once without dropping them. Yes, this is clearly how you carry a stuffed tiger. Oh, there's my guardian. How do I do that? Good grief. VR is so weird because you start walking around without realizing you're actually taking a step. Oh, I got a bell. Is that it? Did I do both those? Oop, sorry. Nothing changed. I'm not sure if I was kind of expecting to get 2 bells when I put both tigers in here. Are they both in correctly? Nothing changed. I didn't get a duck. Alright, let's look at some of the other ones. This is the one where I think I have to put all the ducks. Yeah. Okay, so maybe the whiteboard over there was just being explicit and saying all the ducks have to go in this one, so that I would figure out what has to be done to the other ones. So maybe I do have to put all the ducks here. And I see that one of the ducks actually has that VR strap. So that's a duck from the mailbox. So let's go around the house and see if we can find a total of 4 ducks, including the VR one. I'll grab the VR one first, since I already know what that is. There's the VR one. Is there anything here that I happen to miss? Those Polaroids might also give me a clue as to where they are in the house if I look at the backgrounds carefully. So let's put this in there, and then I will see if I can look at those Polaroids better. Now, does anything change when I toss him in? Okay, nothing changed. Okay, yeah, the Polaroids are way too close up on the ducks for me to really see where they are in the house, so that's not really going to be helpful. But I need to find 3 more ducks, and I think there might be one in the bathroom? I feel like I saw that at some point. No, there's a duck. Okay. Open. Oh, there's another duck. Let's grab both of these. Oh, and a 3rd duck. Is there anything I can take these with so I can carry all 3 at once? Maybe you all fit in here? Alright, let's go through the living room and see if these are all I need to do. One of the things I really like about these challenges, and I just mentioned this on the Taskmaster VR Discord earlier today, is that unlike some of the tasks in the main game, they kind of require you to run all over the whole Taskmaster compound. That's really cool, because you don't get to do that a whole lot in the rest of the game. Alright. Oh, I got a bell. That's all 3 of those. Again, I don't know if I kind of expected more bells, 1 for each one, but I think that's done, unless there's more ducks around the house I have to find. So let's see what else we got. We got the tigers in that one. What belongs in this one? Chickens. Okay, and I'm guessing 2 chickens since there's 2 photos. So, I want to say I saw a chicken in the lab. Did I see a chicken somewhere else? Not up here. Let's go check that lab, because I think there's a chicken on that shelf up in the top right corner. Ah, there's a chicken. Where else might a chicken be? Is there a chicken in the kitchen laying an egg somewhere? Oh, I truly did not mean to throw that chicken. Just physics of this game. Okay, I don't see any chickens in here. Let's see, where would a chicken be? In the living room? Don't see a chicken. In true Taskmaster fashion, I should check under the desk. Wait, nope. No chickens under there. Alright, let's at least put this one... What the heck? Let's at least put this one in here. Alright, there's a bell. I feel like I need two of them. There's the red bucket of paint. Oh. You all see the hedges, like, moving? Or is that some weird trick of me wearing the VR helmet? I don't know if that's supposed to represent that's a windy day, or that I'm ingesting some interesting materials. Let's go look for more chickens. Oh, I did see a chicken over by the red paint, didn't I? Not by the... Yeah, by the car. There's a chicken. Alright. Chicken. So we'll put this one here. There we go. There's the other bell. So I got a bell twice for doing that separately, but when I put them all in one, so I get the one bell. Okay, I think there's one more here. What was this one? This is... Oh, that's that crow I saw. Where did I see that crow earlier? The crow wearing the hat in the metal. Was that in the shed? Yes, there he is. Hello, crow. Thought I saw you earlier. This one I think is the last pen that I have. And here I need... Oh, I need 3 flamingos, okay. I have noticed flamingos, I just didn't pay a lot of attention to them. Actually, I think I see all 3 of them right now. 2 at the dome and 1 over by that other pen. Let's grab this one. I'll grab this one, I'll come back for the 3rd. I wish I could carry all 3 at once, but physics of the game don't really allow that very well. Yeah, I'm not even gonna try. Close enough. I think this is the last one, so hopefully once I put this 3rd flamingo in there, I'll get the actual task completes bell. Is that it? Did I miss something? Okay, what did I... How am I that close to my guardian? Okay, let's step over this way. Like, I never notice that my feet are actually moving when I see that. There's 5 blueprints. I haven't completed this task yet. There's 5 blueprints. I did the chickens, I did the tigers, I did the ducks, I did the... What was over there? The crow and the flamingos. So, what did I not do? Uh-oh. Did I miss something? Did I not get all of something? I should check them again real quick. So I put 2 chickens in here, right? There's 2 chickens there. I guess it's possible that there's other chickens and I didn't get the right chickens. That would be upsetting if that's true. 2 tigers in here. Yep. There's an actual bird, that's cool. 4 ducks in here, including the VR one. 4 ducks. There's no other ones, right? Just the 1 crow here. Is that flamingo not all the way in? Maybe that flamingo's not in. Is that it? Oh, okay. Sure, those flamingos were not all the way in. Good to know. Okay, that is 2 out of 4. Check. Good for me. Did those check marks exist earlier? The circles? That feels weird. I don't feel like I had those check marks or those circles earlier. I'm gonna ignore that. Okay, so we have the Luigi Taskmaster hat, a rake, and a pile of leaves. What do you want me to do with that information? I guess I'm gonna put this on. Okay, I am supposed to put that on. That's good. I have to grab the rake and do something with leaves. Let's just rake up the leaves. Like, there was a pile of leaves. Where was that pile? Was it over here somewhere? If not, I know where the rake is at least. Here's the rake. Ooh, careful. Nope. Really? Oh my gosh. Okay, dev team, really, this has to be fixed. Like, this is embarrassing how bad this is. I don't know if I'm able to solve this one because the rake is literally stuck in this board and won't come out because of the awful physics of this game. And now it's floating. There we go. That's exactly how physics should work. Sure. The dev team. I mean, look, I respect the fact that you guys made this game, but things like this, you gotta fix that. That shouldn't be happening. All right, there's a pile of leaves. Now, do I just need to push the rake over them to collect them all? Okay, that's all I had to do. Very bouncy rake, sure. Oh boy. Alright, what's the last one? Something blueprints again. I think that blueprint is probably pointing at the stage. Because I see one of the hedges there. Yeah, that's the stage. So I saw this something said on the stage earlier. A red can of paint here. Oh, I know what it's going to be. This is going to be half of a grid, because I saw the other half of the grid over there, and there's like boards laid out on the stage. I need to put the paint cans of the correct colors on the correct spots. So I saw a green can paint over there, a red one over here. I'm going to grab both of those and put them where they are on that grid. So let's go grab the, I think it's the green one first. Here for that rake before it pops back up at me again. Here's the green can of paint. Okay, let's bring this over here. Actually, let me make sure I know where the green can of paint is going. The green can of paint is going to go in row 2, column 2. I feel like I'm doing my Sudoku puzzles. Red can of paint, I'm not sure where it's going, but I think there's another half of a grid over there, so I can figure that out. Alright, so the green one goes in row 2, column 2. My guardian again. Gotta be careful. Alright, this one. Okay, so the question is, which way did that go? Because that one over there had an arrow. This one was like this. I'm assuming it's going like this, but I could be wrong about that. But also, I didn't get a bell when I did this, so maybe I'm not quite on the right track. I'm also missing a yellow can of paint, which I'll need to find. The other thing I noticed is that there is an arrow here with a suction cup. So maybe I just need to stick the arrow in there and to actually create a circle. I'm not sure if that's how... Well, first of all, it'd be nice if I could pick that up. Okay, I can't pick that up. So maybe that's not even the right thing to do. There's other arrows here. Can I pick these ones up? Okay. Maybe that arrow there is to give me a clue, so I'm supposed to do, and it's not actually interactable. If I put this in here, does that actually turn green? Okay, if that's not what I'm doing, I don't know what the heck. Okay, well, one thing, I know I still need to find the yellow paint. So, let's leave that there. And let's search for the yellow paint. I would expect to find it in the shed, but I don't. Okay. Where would I find the yellow paint? Can I have my hand back, please? And for yellow can of paint. I don't remember seeing any more paint as I was walking around earlier. So it's a little bit concerning to me. Might tell me I'm not entirely sure I'm on the right track. I'm gonna check the lab again, even though I know there's nothing in the lab this time around. There's a bucket, but that's not a can of paint. You know what it is? Every time when I go like this, as you're seeing the camera, for lack of a better term, turn, when that camera turns, that is me physically turning. And I wonder if while I'm physically turning, is that when I start running to my Guardian? Like, I'm not taking steps forward, but as I'm turning, maybe I'm not turning exactly in place. And that's why I keep seeing my Guardian. And I could use a control stick to turn like that, but that feels so unnatural. I don't like that. I'd rather just turn in place myself. Alright, back to looking for the yellow can of paint. Where else would I look? Did I check the kitchen? There's nothing here. Check the garage. I'm still concerned about the fact that when I put those cans of paint there, nothing actually happened. So I'm not entirely sure I'm on the right track here. No paint in here either. Okay, let's look at this clue then. I always can resort to actually checking the task to see what I'm supposed to do. So, something that interests me is that this piece of paper, this grid, is jagged on two sides. I think it is a 4x4 grid, so I don't think there's anything actually over here. I think that other piece of grid has to go here. Oh, I think I can take my Luigi hat off now, by the way. Actually, no, that was so rude. I'll put that back on Linda nicely. There you go, Linda. Perfect. Okay. So I found that one can of paint. I'm not getting check marks for each individual thing. Huh. I also don't know why some of them are circled and checked and some are just checked. I'm not sure. Alright, where else could I find paint, and what else can I do with that? Like, I'm very sure that it must involve this grid, so that's where it's pointing me. But I don't know what to do with the paint. I don't think I can move these boards at all, right? Nope. This arrow didn't do anything when I dipped it in the paint. No, nothing's happening there. Oh. Okay. I may be stumped. What else do I need to try doing? The paint in here. I have the bow. I could try shooting it at those places instead of just placing it. Wow, that Guardian is super close all of a sudden. Here's the 2 me. Oh my gosh. Sure. I mean, I put this in here. Like, nothing's actually changing about the arrow when I do that, so I'm not even sure I'm on the right track anymore. This one I could put inside here because the handle's not up. I could shoot. And nothing's happening there. Alright, I feel like I'm not on the right track, so failing any better options, I am going to go to the dome and see what the actual task is. This is the green task, right? Yeah, this is the green task. And yeah, okay, I gotta move again. Look how big my play space is, and yet somehow I always end up with the sides here. Let's take a step. Another step this way. Okay. Hopefully that was correct. Now. Sorry about that. Brief delay because all of a sudden my quest decided that I had left my boundary. When in fact I'd actually moved closer to the center of my boundary. And so it kicked me out of the game entirely, made me redraw my boundary in the same place I've been playing forever. Regardless, I'm back now, so let's get back to what I was doing. I was looking at the green task because I don't know what to do with that paint in those grid lines. Find the paint cans and complete the puzzle. The point of this task is the way that you look at it. Find the paint cans and complete the puzzle. The point of this task is the way that you look at it. Point of this task. What? So there's an arrow there. Does that arrow supposed to represent the actual, like, bow and arrow? So do I not have these in the correct place? I'm going to leave this here. I'm going to go retrieve the other piece of that grid line. I'm wondering if that blue arrow represents that arrow. If that's what that's about. And maybe it's just because I have the paint cans in the wrong place. Because I did not get any bells when I put those down. Does that fit? Not really. Does that fit? Even worse. Nothing in the back. I think if it's slightly better like this. Not really great, to be honest. Okay, but the point is, if that blue arrow is the arrow that's like stuck in place, and that's the lower left corner, so like this is the wall up here. Which would mean, from the perspective that I'm using, the green goes in row 3, column 2. And the red goes in row 4, column 4. So green in row 3, column 2. Let's see what happens there. Green goes in red 3, column 4. I mean, red 3, column 2, sorry. Row 3, column 2. Ah, okay. And then red goes in 4-4, which is this one. Yep. Okay, so I still have to find yellow. And yellow's going to go there. Yellow's going to go in row 3, column 1. Once I find it. Problem is I have no idea where it is. I didn't find yellow anywhere. So it had nothing to do with shooting bows and arrows or dipping arrows in paint or anything like that. Where on earth is a yellow can of paint? Huh. Yellow can of paint. I've not seen a yellow can of paint anywhere. Have I been walking past it repeatedly like I walked past the Pope hat earlier? Where would it be? Found the red one over here. If you saw the yellow can of paint while you're watching this video, feel free to leave a comment as to when you spotted it and how stupid I am for not seeing it back then. Because I did not see it at all. Where the heck? At this point, I'm like, I don't even know how I can find it without being explicitly told where it is. Like, if I hit that blue buzzer over there to get a hint, will that just tell me where the yellow can is? Or is it basically going to reread the task to me and say, oh, complete the puzzle? Which would not be super helpful. Where the hay is a yellow can of paint? Not like under a block or anything, right? What room did I not check? Oh, Ollie's not hiding can of paint anymore, is he? No. Where did I put... Not me. Where did the game put a yellow can of paint? And why is it so hard for me to find? If the rest of this video consists of me walking around looking for paint, I may just have to fast forward this whole part until I either find it or give up finding it. What the heck? I feel like I've been to every room in this house many times. I've never seen the yellow can of paint. Which probably means I'm staring right at it, and I'm just too stupid to see it. You know how the actual Taskmaster house has a bookshelf here? Actually, it's actually that bookshelf. It's usually over here with that one real drawer. Kind of wonder if like any of these drawers. Oh, some of these drawers are real. Not all of them though. Okay. This is where Mae Martin found the rolled up ball of string. Is the campaign inside the trash bin? That'd be hilarious. No. Oh, that would have been fun if it was, but it's not. It's not some weird, like, CMYK thing where yellow plus... where green plus red equals yellow, is it? Surely not. But let's... I mean, yeah, okay. No, okay. That would have been really surprising if that was true, but it's not. What room have I not looked at to find this paint? I'm really confused. Alright, I'm going to take one more look in the caravan. If I can't find it, I'm going to hit that yellow buzzer, or blue buzzer, and see if it gives me a hint as to where the can of paint is, because I do not know. Alright, well, I'm going to hit the blue buzzer, and stand next to my guardian again. I don't know what kind of hint this is going to give me, because I've never used the blue buzzer before. I don't know if this is just going to reread the task that I found in the dome, or it's actually going to give me a hint towards finding it, so let's see what happens. Oh, it just... Oh, that's not super helpful to me. All it did was say, yeah, the other grid goes there, you dummy. Which, yeah, of course it does. So that is not helpful at all. Oh boy. That's very unfortunate for me. Nothing on here tells me where the yellow is. Huh. That's very unfortunate, because now I have absolutely no idea where to find it. To be honest, I didn't even know you could walk past the, walk behind the shed back there. Wow. I have no earthly idea where the yellow paint can is. That's really unfortunate. I also don't know what happens if I end this challenge early and I just give up on it. Will it save my progress, or do I have to re-defeat the whole thing? I'm completely stumped. I have no idea where the yellow paint can is. I may just have to give up on this. I don't know. I'm not seeing a yellow paint can anywhere. Wow. Well, okay, I guess for now I'm gonna have to give up on this. I'm gonna stop the video and hope that when I exit out of this game, it saves my progress and I'm able to come back to this challenge and try it again without redoing everything. And maybe I'll make another video and stitch them together before posting this. Taskmaster VR does have a Discord. It's not particularly active, especially during this holiday season, but sometimes the devs do respond. So I may post there using the appropriate spoiler tags, of course, because I'm not a jerk. Yeah, I don't know. No yellow paint. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? It's right there. It's right there. Holy crap. After I'd already given up. And how many times did I walk into this shed? Oh my god. Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Leave a comment when you first saw the yellow paint cans, because I must have walked in that shed 4 or 5 times. Here we go. Yep. Task complete. Yeah. Let's go get my duck. I can't believe I was just about to give up and resort to using the Discord. That's a thing. 1823. Alright, that's my safe code. 1823. Wow, I can't believe how close I was. I was literally about to stop recording. 1823. Yay, I have a duck. Oh, what's the name of the... Who was wearing the Explorer's outfit? Which series of Taskmaster was that? I can see him in my head and I can't figure out who it is. When I stop this recording, I'll remember who it was, and I'll post a picture of him next to that duck as soon as I remember who it was. I can see him in my mind, cannot think of his name for the life of me. But there he is, up there, sitting next to Charlotte and next to Tim. Can't think of his name. I will find it next time. So that was Taskmaster VR, challenge number 3 of the December 2024 update. I can't believe how long it took me to find that yellow paint can. That's really upsetting. I must have looked at it 4 or 5 times without seeing it. If you enjoyed this, I appreciate you watching. I will record challenges 4 and 5 in the next couple days. If you celebrate, have a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Holidays. Everyone take care, and bye-bye.